Hello friends, welcome to Tech Greens. Today we'll discuss what is Azure. So Azure is a cloud computing platform provided by Microsoft. So let's see. So guys, let's see what is Azure. So Azure is a cloud computing platform or a cloud computing service provided by the Microsoft. It facilitates building, testing, deploying and managing the different software applications and services. So if we compare it with the other cloud computing offerings in the market, it's a direct competitor to Amazon AWS Web Services. Both are the cloud computing services provided by different companies. Azure is by the Microsoft. Amazon Web Services are provided by the company called Amazon. So let's today we'll discuss about Microsoft Azure. It's a cloud computing service as we have discussed, and cloud computing services by Azure are running through a global network of data centers which are managed by the Microsoft. It is a platform, or we can say it's a cloud computing provider which provide the services like Saas, PaaS, and IaaS, where Saas stands for Software as a Service, PaaS stands for Platform as a Service, and IaaS stands for Infrastructure as a Service. In the next slide, we'll look in detail what all these jargons mean. And Microsoft Cloud Computing Platform Azure also supports a variety of programming languages, tools, frameworks, which does not only includes the Microsoft specific tools and services, but also the third party software and systems. So guys, let's see what is this IAS, PAS, SAS means. So this picture represents the hierarchy of it. At the bottom of this stack comes IaaS, infrastructure as a service, which provides you the basic hardware on cloud. Whatever hardware and software services you may need to run your software applications are provided by the Microsoft on the cloud, so that you don't have to install your own hardware or get your own licenses for different softwares. It includes uh, services like your virtual machines, your memories, your computing powers, your firewalls, networks, and various operating system based servers. Next in the hierarchy comes PaaS, which is called Platform as a Service. So this comes one layer above than IaaS. Here we're not only getting the hardware, we're also getting along with the entire platform, which includes your operating systems, your different web servers, your different software frameworks, uh, your application servers, which a developer may prefer to use to build different software applications and apps. Next in the hierarchy comes SaaS, Software as a Service. So here the entire software is hosted on the cloud, which can be consumed as it is with little or minimal configurations. Things like Microsoft Office 365 or your Office applications like PPT, Word, your Exchange servers for Outlook, etc. are provided directly out of the box from the cloud, which can be directly consumed by different customers. Let's see in detail what all these things mean. As we have discussed, IaaS is an infrastructure as a service, which literally means that all your hardware and software servers are in the cloud. So you're not facilitating any hardware on your premise, or you're not buying any hardware or software licenses and not building your own system. But you are leveraging those systems and hardwares available on the cloud offering by Azure. When we say different infrastructure, we means infrastructure like servers, storages, your networks and operating systems, which you can use on on-demand basis with the schemes like pay as you use. So in case of IaaS, you will be facilitated with the entire hardware and software, things like virtual machines, where you will have your own complete control and you can deploy your different applications and services on top of that on top of that infrastructure. So it helps companies in terms of saving cost on the hardware side and the software licenses, where everything is provided by the Microsoft Azure. Next is platform as a service. It is a cloud, it is a computing model on top of IaaS, where not only the hardware and software tools, but also the entire frameworks, underlying operating systems, and different underlying services on top of which you will prefer to build your own custom solutions and applications. So that is what it is called as platform as a service. It helps different consumers, developers, and companies not to install any kind of in-house hardware and softwares, not to procure any kind of licenses or any kind of frameworks and tools. These all can be facilitated on the cloud. The next in the line comes SaaS, Software as a Service. So primarily it is a cloud distribution model of the software where the entire software is hosted, managed, and provided directly as a service to different third-party customers. It not only includes the Microsoft specific services and tools, but also the third party. For instance, take an example, you want to build a Tomcat server, or you want to build, say, IBM WebSphere application server, which is a licensed one, and probably you need hardware servers to install that software. That all can be used directly as a server from the cloud computing, from the cloud platform Microsoft Azure. Let's see, why do we need cloud computing, or why do we need Azure? A couple of important points which help us to go on the cloud computing route. Well, first is the flexibility. With Microsoft Azure, you can spin up new services and new applications and can scale them across any region across the world. Compare it with, say, you are looking to build your own data centers, which are costly, require new hardware and licenses, and then you will have to spend a lot of money on the provisioning and deployment of all these tools. While in case of Azure Cloud Computing, these are all provided out of the box as a services, and you can use them on-demand basis. Second, obviously, is the cost. As we have all discussed, if you're trying to build your on-premise data centers or your on-premise hardwares, it'll include a lot of cost. And maybe you're not using them at the full potential. But in spite of that, you will have to pay the entire cost, licensing fees and etc. Uh, even to use, say, 10% of that available infrastructure which we have built. Imagine it from the fact that physical services and infrastructure devices like routers, load balancers, and all those are pretty expensive. And if you prefer to build them on premise, you'll have to buy all of them upfront. While in case of cloud, you can use any of the services available or provided by the platform and pay as you use. Another important factor comes that Microsoft Azure provides a wide variety of application and services. There are around 600 services in the offering as of today. Offerings like Visual Studio Team Services, Visual Studio Application Insights, and other services like Databricks for big data computing, Hadoop storage service like Azure Data Lake services. All those are available with the cloud Azure offering, and you can use all of them or any selected services of your choice with paying whatever you will be using. Another important factor, guys, come from the fact that it helps in disaster recovering. The entire cloud computing Azure platform is it works on high nines, so it is 99.9% time available, and there is a replication of your data across multiple data centers and hardwares and systems across globe. So even if in case anything happens on one particular machine or data center, your data, application, and services are always secure and keep on running. So guys, that's in this video about Microsoft Azure Cloud Platform. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.